Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, here for the League of Lads Plus Season 2 Grand Finals. The massive prize pool of $500 is on the line, with some of the finest semi-pro North American action. On the Radiant side, it's Royal Star, featuring a longtime captain, Mattior, former Arakash Rudy, two-time Lance Champion Journey, and a very strong support duo in Gek and Patience. On the dire side, it's Team Empyrean, not featuring Empyrean, but it is featuring future Lads champion Logical, two-time Lads finalist enough, legendary tiny player Hang, aka N Planer, the silliest of silly snails, aka the Silly Snail, and of course, nobody can forget two-time Lads finalist enough as well. In the commentary booth with me, former DPC player, a man of many talents, Strawberry Shark, aka Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salivating Salmon 37, aka Rook, aka Jim. How are you on this fine afternoon today?
I'm doing pretty good. Damn, dude, they're drafting fast, bro. We got a Magnus out here already.
Yes,
How
it
does this
is.
make you feel, Badger? Do you think both teams are prepared?
And I think not only are both teams prepared, but both teams, they are here to win. They're not here to screw around. They paid to be here. They're getting paid to win. They got some weenie heroes. They got Magnus. They got Timbersaw. They're here to win. That's what they're here to do.
I'm liking this Timbersaw pick. I'm pretty surprised that this is how the like Magnus was first picked and then Timbersaw was left in the pool. That's kind of a little surprising, but hey. Yeah.
Ooh, I love these bans from Big Dog. He banned out literally like Gek's two best heroes right there. I mean, his three best heroes are probably Winds, Hoodwink, and Marana by my estimation. They're all banned now, so I'm curious to see what Gek ends up playing for Radiant here.
Yeah. I mean, this start though does leave them with a Magnus against a Timbersaw, so the the bans have to like hopefully hurting the opposing For's hero pooling enough is worth it.
One of those things where Logical has played on a team before with Gek, knows him pretty well, knows his comfort zone. He's like, you know what? Let's get this guy out of his comfort zone, see what he goes to. And perhaps it's that Coddle, potentially, but I believe like 3 players in Radiant play the Coddle, though.
Coddle. I mean Coddle I like playing with Coddle in leagues like this. I'm curious if this is gonna be Timbersaw mid with a Coddle helping it out. Or if they're gonna pick a more traditional Coddle pairing like Coddle Ember, Coddle Storm. Um yeah.
I guess the good part is,
I feel like those are good picks by Dyer.
I will agree, but I mean, no matter what happens, you still have at least one good Coddle pairing with the Timbersaw. Sure, it's not necessarily a traditional pairing, but you know, lower those cooldowns, give a hero who loves mana some more mana. That's an option. I will say though, so I'm gonna say right now, Radiant are going to buy 4 staffs. I'm gonna put over under on number of 4 staffs they buy at 3.5. You want the over or the under?
Under. I think they're gonna go for 3. They might even end up with only 2. I can just emotionally feel that this team might only end up with 2.
You know what? I think it's gonna be 4. I think everybody but Timbersaw buys a force this game. I say that now. Watch them pick like Animage or something. Who's never buying a 4 staff. But it would be funny if he did.
Curious to see what we'll get next here.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll end up being like a sup and maybe a
Do you know if
carry.
this Timbersaw is like an offlane pick? Like, do you know like where they want to play it?
I'm like 85% sure it's offlane.
Gotcha. Vengeful Spirit's good at helping their teammates out when they get clocked, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Ven's looking rather good here. Magnet. Yeah, it seems really solid pick. I do think they need something that actually like goes in first and like has a stun. Would that be something from the offlane like Mars or something from mid lane like Storm Spirit? Faceless Void kind of does. I mean, he does stun people in melee range, but it's all right. How are you feeling with this pick, Badger, emotionally?
From an emotional standpoint, I'm feeling nervous. From like a tactical standpoint, I'm happy I was correct that that Royal Star ended up going for this sort of flex option still. They grabbed their carry 17, which is a little bit risky, but they know the likely lane in the Magnus. And they can still hold the Coddle and 24 pick flex for carry versus or not carry. Mid versus sub still.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is going to be a Lina clock lane. I mean, it could also still just be an early pick Lina mid because I hear is a rather safe laner.
You're saying
Like in
Lena
the mid
carry
lane.
Clockwork 5 then?
Yeah, well, I'm just like that's a really strong lane.
It is. It is.
That's a power lane, Badger.
And again, I know Big Dog, Logical Dota 2, he loves his Lena carry. And the Silly Snail plays a very strong Clockwork
Phoenix.
5.
Okay.
And that appears to be the case, actually. They'll put the Lena likely carry Clock 5 Phoenix 4 Magnus 3, it appears. And as far as we know, Mag, even though Mag in most games can flex mid, you would not flex Mag this game mid, given the possibility of a Timber mid, correct?
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, maybe there's some like tech to play the matchup, but I would assume that the mag would just have a terrible time. Like maybe he can skewer him under tower level 1 or 2, and like if it doesn't kill Timbersaw for the rest of the lane, Timbersaw's probably just gonna like walk him over.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my assumption. I don't really play mid, but yeah.
And even
Pretty
then,
curious to see what both teams pick up next.
me too.
Under the assumption that both teams need a mid laner, what looks good for both teams? Puck looks good for both teams, more so for Dire, I would say. Puck can't get stunned by them. Yeah, I think Puck would be really good for them.
What about Leshrac? We've been seeing a lot of Leshrac recently. You think Leshrac's on the table or no?
Uh, yeah, I mean, Radiant is really good at killing Leshrac. If I was Radiant, I probably would not want to early pick a Leshrac. Or like if I was sorry, if I was Dire, I don't think I'd want to like. I think Leshrac would be fine because it's a strong hero, but I just don't really think it's a very good pick here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Both their supports do insane damage to it early on. They have Chrono to control him the whole game with no real save. Like, Egg doesn't really like actually protect. Like, it's not gonna like save him from a bunch of burst. Dragon Knight. Okay, I think this pick is fine. I will. It is fine. That's what I'll put it at. It also blocks Radiant from going Puck.
I know the DK did get nerfed, but from what I've heard, DK is still quite powerful.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
not.
I think DK is a pretty good hero. Uh, I think that like I mean, I don't think he's like OP or anything. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's just a strong mid option. I also feel like he's very safe, Badger. Like,
Mhm.
very. So, I'm
Whoa.
ass- I'm assuming this is Beastmaster Coddle, which is a nasty combo, and then Timbersaw mid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the power of the flex there, where because they can flex the Timbersaw mid, it's like, all right, doesn't matter who you're putting mid, whether it's the DK or the Magnus. Both of these heroes lose to Timber pretty hard by my estimation, so I like this Royal Star draft a lot. I think they're in a position to, as long as they can get a decent laning phase, control this game entirely.
Yeah. Um, I feel like I think the drafts are a little closer than you might feel. I don't think like. I'm just thinking about this.
I mean, the big lane that I want to watch is this Radiant off lane, Dire safe lane, where Lina and Clockwork, I'm sure, intend on winning this lane. And if they can win the lane, then there's a very strong sort of
This lane could go
things
really
to work
hardcore
around.
either way. I could see them pulling off like it's not that hard, but like that doesn't mean you can't mess it up of like pulling off the Lina clock combo. And I could also see it like going like absolutely miserably, you know what I mean? And they just
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, they just feed to it.
I
Honestly,
think
that's probably the worst case. Is that like, I think Dyer's game will be pretty tough if they don't slow down the Beastmaster. If this Beastmaster just farms a really fast Ags and like a Blink and like a, I don't know. Dude, I see Beastmaster players going the weirdest builds. Like I played with a Beastmaster that went like Blink, or he went Ags, Blink, Refresher, or something like that. It was absolutely crazy, but like it was owning. I'm not
oh
gonna,
my, that's a wild build.
that it's a pretty wild build. But the point of me saying all this is more to say that I'm just really curious to see how that bot lane goes, because I think it could be very impactful.
Actually, going to end up being the top lane, but I do agree with you entirely. I will say though, if Lena and Clock end up losing this lane, which as you mentioned is possible, then I'm very scared for their ability to win the lane because they're going to lose mid almost certainly. They're probably going to lose the spot on lane as well. So in that case, you kind
Yeah.
of need this top lane to
I
go
do think
well.
that like assuming DK starts maxing his E immediately, like past level 1, like I think it can be not that bad for Dragon Knight actually.
Ooh,
Like
they found
it's gonna
Gek.
be
He's
what?
fine though, right? LSA will actually end up being sidestepped. Blood Grenade has been used. Shockwave to hit. Gek is being right-clicked
Oh,
down to the grave. First blood goes to the silly snail on Clockwork. Thought he was fine? He was not fine. You were saying, Jim.
yeah, I think the DKs can get out of the lane better than people think. Like it's not gonna be good, but I don't think it has to be that terrible. You know what I mean? Like Cat one. Okay, Badger, just give me a second.
It's
I'll
okay,
call you
it's
back.
okay. And while you're dealing with Cat 1, hi Cat 1 by the way, but I have played this DK versus Timber lane and did not have a fun time as the DK. Haven't
Yeah,
played the
I
Timber
mean you're never
side,
gonna have a
but
fun time as it. All right, let me go give. I'll be right back.
that's
Cat
okay.
one. It's
I
so
can
early.
hold the fort down. It's actually 5 p.m. for Cat 1. Is Cat 1 a nocturnal cat? It seems like it. For those who are not in the loop, Cat 1 is Jim's cat, and Cat 1 is quite the menace sometimes. Uh, the good part about this lane, right? So it's DK versus Timbersaw. A lot of times, I don't really look at mid lane anyways, because mid lane is there's often one boring hero in the lane. This time, there's 2 boring heroes in the lane, so I can look away now and not look back until minute 6, and that'll be great. I can just focus on the 2 lanes, bottom and top. Speaking of bottom, it is Void and Venge versus Magnus and Phoenix. I'm curious to see how Patience operates in this lane. I like this courier kill. They'll take about 3 damage for it, perhaps even more than that, but go for a kill on him right now. Shockwave was used. He has 2 sticks on Venge. He'll pop them. Mag hits, and that will be a kill on Venge. 2 kills now for the side of Empyrean.
I've returned.
Patience died, by the way. I think it might have been worth it, but he did die.
Okay.
It probably wasn't worth it. I don't know why I said that, but if I were Venge, I would have made the exact same play. So I sort of empathize with Patience right now.
Badger, if you think it was worth it, then it was. Okay. It's up to you.
He traded his life for the opponent's mana and a courier. And you have to go to the fountain and buy more regen, so
Yeah, fair.
that's a real Badger Dota play right there.
Yeah, I do think this lane actually should be pretty tough for Radiant if Dyer plays it like okay. Um, Phoenix is really good at trading into both like the support and the core in this lane. Like Venge minuses your armor, right, so that they can like win trades to auto attacks. But like, if you can't auto attack them after you use your W because the Phoenix uses his attack slow, then like, you see what I'm saying, Badger? It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking so good for the player of that hero in that case.
I want you to turn your attention to the top lane, not for Dota reasons, but for more cinematic reasons, visual effects reasons. Look at this Beastmaster.
Oh,
He is
trouble.
about to tank a stun. It's only a level 1 LSA, but Logical will be able to refresh his good old Fiery Soul. Man, Journey, he's got no regen. Well, correction, he's about a tango and a half if you count the current stack. Regardless, he's not having fun. There's a poll going off right now. This is a good day to be Logical Dotes right now.
Yeah.
The LSA, as mentioned, will hit. Beastmaster should not die. He's still pretty tanky, but he's verifiably not having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like okay. One thing that the Radiant team does have going for them is that they know that hey, this guy's having a tough start to his game.
Whoa. Mid lane. Is Frisbee dead here? I don't know. He's not. Never mind. So you're saying, sorry?
They are making stacks for the Beastmaster. So like his lane is kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not totally, but it's a little irrelevant because they're actually doing the thing where they have a Beastmaster and they make lots of stacks. It appears. So those are big plays, Badger. Those are big plays.
That is going to be the name of the game, is control of
One
this
thing is, I hope
track
the
camp.
Beastmaster uses his board to stack the other like Beastmaster could stack like other camps as well. It doesn't seem like he's doing it, which is pretty unfortunate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's okay. I think he's just warming up. Like his journey, two-time lads champ, Canada's finest. He'll warm up. He'll stack camps.
What does any of this have to do with Canada?
I don't know. I just wanted to throw in some dialogue, throw in some information. He is Canadian.
Fair enough.
He's a two-time lads champion. Both these are facts.
Okay,
I like his
that.
off lane. That's an opinion, but you know what? It's close to a fact.
That's fair. Well, no, it is a fact that you like his off lane. Like that would be a fact, Badger, if you think about it.
This is true. This is true. But
Sorry, I didn't mean to get technical. I'm just
I know,
being...
but I'm aware, me saying it. It's a fact that I like it, but me liking it is an opinion, is what I was trying to convey. And you do that. You do that.
Yeah. But if you like mid lane matchups, then you can see this Dragon Knight is doing a pretty okay, honestly, so far. Like this kind of mean, but if you max your E and you play pretty precisely, it's actually not as bad of a matchup as a lot of people think. Like it is still bad, but it's not the worst.
He's losing the lane moderately, which is a great success considering the expectations.
Yeah, I mean Rudy's about to get bought. Like I think now is when it's gonna get a little harder. He's gonna refill his bottle. I wonder if he has one pair of tangos on his crow. I feel like the Timbersaw actually should buy one pair of like tangos and a manga or something maybe if they're not owning, so that they can own the lane really hard. But
He bought a
hey,
Bassi,
it's okay.
so more mana regen for Rudy. He wants to cast spells.
Rudy Sealstar. Guys,
Caster of
I'm gonna be really
spells.
biased towards Rudy, by the way.
It's
Just
okay.
to I just want to let all the viewers know that this is a biased cast.
Well, if you want to be biased towards your friend Rudy Sealstar, I'll be biased towards my friend Logical Dotes. If that's how you want to do things, I can do that. Former Badger teammate, many-time Badger co-caster, Logical Dotes. We haven't looked at bottom. Want to talk about bottom, or are you good? Honestly, I'm kind of good. Now I need to talk about bottom lane. Bottom lane seems boring.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, skewer on Maddie, or he's forced to time walk away and he's fine. He'll time that away hitting
I
with
mean,
the
like
mag.
bottom lane is like a real snooze lane. Like, I think that Dire is winning it. I feel like they honestly should be winning it a little harder. I think if they were, I mean, well, they have a big wave coming into them. This is a lot of last hits. Actually, they're doing fine. Just ignore me, Badger. But yeah, I think that nothing.
Why is Rudy dead?
Like,
why is Rudy
what?
actually dead, right? Is he actually just dead? I think he is.
Oh my god.
Oh, so
Nice.
less than 50 HP, but the stick kept him barely alive. Now Frisbee's incredibly low as well. It's a bloodbath in the mid lane. Some real mid laner on mid laner violence. Rudy has spells.
Oh,
He
got
has
kicked off that.
Chakram now.
Bro, this
He needs
is
to be
crazy.
careful. He's still potentially going to end up dying to one more breathe fire. Top lane Beastmaster dies. I don't care about that. Back to mid lane. The do-si-do going on mid lane. I want to watch that instead.
Okay, the big question is do they steal any of Radiant stacks? Which is looking. Oh, they don't have a word for this. Okay.
Whoa, bottom lane, a two-man skewer from enough. Not quite sure that's what he wanted, but he got it regardless. He ends up walking to the south. Mattior time walks in. NPL, end planer is low on the Phoenix. Everybody's low on the bottom lane. It's man fight on man fight. Everyone's out of spells, it appears. Phoenix is dead. Mag is dropping, and Mag could not get a shockwave up before he died. Lacked the mana anyways. Level 1 shockwave at that point. Regardless, big win for Mattior and Patience.
Hype. Can I get some hype? Some eel hype?
Eel hype. So you mentioned stealing. You want to know what time it is, theft-wise? Time for the theft of wisdom runes. If Patience pulls this off, he's got Rudy on the way. Rudy is backing up his self. I love this play from Rudy. The self.
Honestly, I feel like Journey should just go take this hard camp stack right now. Like after this stack one more time.
Oh, Rudy grabbed the rune. They'll run out of Enough. Enough has all of his spells, so Shockwave, he's not in range to skewer forward just for the damage. But it means he can't skewer anyone into the tower.
Yeah, he has a wand. He's alive. He's alive.
Doctor
Maybe
running the
not.
tower. Rudy is diving heavily. He'll secure the kill.
Oh!
He'll kill the clock, but he'll die for it, perhaps. And he's dead. So it's a 2-for-2 over to the Radiant side. Tri-camp. There's fighting there. There's posturing towards fighting there. Actually, never mind. There's going to be a fight here though very soon.
That was pretty crazy. That was pretty. Oh, also on Dire got a nice ward up on Radiant stacks, but Radiant should know it because they, like, the creep is following them. Yeah. I feel like Dog should just try to steal the hard camp stack before. I mean, Beast has 6 now. He should have tried to do it before Beast had 6, maybe.
Oh, I just missed a kill mid lane somehow. Yeah. How did I miss that? Not important. Frisbee goes down. Empyrean gets a... How did I miss that? Timber chain forward. Chakra misses from Rudy. A little bit short on the cast range there, and not the play that Rudy wanted. But still, you kill the DK, all is well. You can get the other kill later. Over to bottom lane. It's a man fight going on over there. Nobody's dead yet, but Madior does have Chrono enough. Is about, what, 2 creeps away from the RP, so there will be action bottom quite soon. Over to stack status, by the way.
Beast is starting. Beast is starting.
That's why I missed the Dragon Knight kill. I was looking at creeps. I will not miss the creeps dying. This matters a lot to me. Matters a lot to you, clearly, as well. So this is...
Yeah.
Us on the same page right now. He's barely living this, but it's worth it. Dude, the stacks are getting larger, Jim. They are getting larger.
Oh no, they messed it up. They messed it up. To be honest, they messed it up twice in a row. That's kind of not great.
So messed up hard camp stack.
Oh no, guys, you need to. No, it's the the bottom camp. No. Oh my god,
this is disastrous.
That's a little painful to watch as a viewer, you know.
Look at these overlapping circles, Jim. We're both warding enthusiasts. These are not good overlaps.
Yeah, it's not optimal performance.
I was hyping up Patience and Gek. I expected more from them. Then look at this overlap. 1 sentry, 2 sentry, 3 sentry. They still missed it. What can you do? Mid lane, they're going in the Chronosphere on Frisbee. Frisbee is a dragon, but not for long. He has simply been demoted to Knights. He goes down to Madior and Rudy's damage. Patience was there with the assist as well, and sure, it cost you a Chrono, but it did cost DK his dragon form. He still has not secured that mid T1 tower. Meanwhile, bottom lane, speaking of T1 towers, I believe that one is dead. Enough on the Magnus is just slapping it right now.
Oh, Beastmaster's going a Helm. I really don't like this.
They did buff Helm, if I'm correct.
They did, but I think the Ags build is like...
Well, mid lane and bot lane fights in both lanes. Bot lane, it's over. Mid lane, Silly Snail has Patience inside the cogs. Looking to slap him down. DK Stun is there on Patience. Patience being run down right now. Battlefield's being tanked by the creeps. But Frisbee still secures the kill. Back to that bottom lane fight. Rudy looked to connect on whatever he could, but just lacked the lockdown. They just ran away and TP'd away from the Timbersaw.
Yeah, I really do not... I'm not a fan of this, buying Helm. Like, I feel like you should just go Arcane Boots Ags, like, every game on this hero. Especially because it's not like they have a lineup that, like, needs to push early. They have Faceless Void, they can just chill and scale.
Well, Journey has yelled at the Silly Snail, saying, "This is my territory, you are not welcome here." Rudy secures the kill.
Hype. Rudy hype. Any Rudy hypers in the Twitch chat?
I mean, it's definitely you, but you're not really in the Twitch chat. You're more in the commentator's booth right now. I guess you could be both, but one title would supersede the other.
I'm a Rudy hype Twitch chatter right now. That's my primary position.
Congratulations. Mid T1 tower goes down to Frisbee. Meanwhile, top lane, it's action time.
So far, I'm not seeing any 4 staffs queued up on Radiant, by the way. I feel like it'd be pretty good to have at least 1 or 2 of them.
They have time, they have time.
Frisbee is
T1
walking
tower
up the top.
goes down. Yeah, Frisbee is walking top, as you mentioned, from the south side.
Oh, they're
He's
bringing
become a
everyone
dragon.
into this. Well, this is gonna be like a big team fight right now. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, there was a 4v4 brewing, but...
This Phoenix keeps going to his team. He needs to just get level 6 for himself. He's hitting some creeps now, so this is good.
More stacks. I mean, that's the name of the game. It's just control of the stacks. Again, attempted stack in the ancient camp just missed because thanks to that sentry ward from, I'm sure, the silly snail. Logical is smoked, wrapping around on Rudy. He's in the ancients. Benchstone is there on Mag. Silence on Timbersaw. Dire are focusing Rudy, but can they burst him down? The Guna Blade, all there. It's still not enough. He's scanning through, but now he's dead. To a double damage, not a double damage, empowered logical Dota 2. RP was there on 2, just to buy a little bit of time to escape. His Delta split time problem, his logical TP was cancelled by the Roar of Journey. They move to Clockwork. He'll get an attempted hook away to his teammate Frisbee, but he's still so incredibly slow right now. Illuminate's available, the Urn is available, eventually Clock sidesteps the Illuminate, but gets right-clicked down anyway. That's a 2-for-1. That's Rudy for Logical and the Silly Snail. And Radiant still secure the vast majority of those creeps.
Yeah. Overall though, I think that Radiant should feel kind of okay with how their games are progressing. After a really tough start, the Beastmaster is like pretty much back in the game. Even if I don't love his item build, it's like I'm sure it's fine. It's not like reaching or anything. I do think they should try to get some defensive items for each other. Like, I also think Glimmer is not a good defensive item this game for the Venge. It's not not the best choice they could be making.
Hawk Micro keeps Journey alive. That would have been a skewer under the tower.
Wait,
had you not microed that.
Do you even micro the Hawk? I thought it's just automatic, bro.
Yeah, I guess good pressing of the Hawk button then.
Yeah,
It saved his life regardless.
I played Beastmaster and I don't remember being able to micro the Hawk, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I'm genuinely just asking.
Last time I played Beastmaster, you could micro the Hawk, so I'm probably wrong about that one. Time lock in, but he's silenced by Frisbee. The Orchid prevents that presumed chrono. Hook shot in by the Silly Snail. Cogs back. Patience swaps in. Maddie are still being focused out of the mag. Still end up being right-clicked down. Supernova will stun nobody, but he gives MPL full HP, full spells. Frisbee to falls. The 1-for-1 trade, so he says under the shock from Roar on to Phoenix. Currently a 2-for-1, turning into a 3-for-1. Venge stun, buys time for the axis. A 3-for-1 in favor of Royal Star.
First item. I really don't like this. I don't think this is a good game. I don't think that build is like bad, but I think this game is not a good game for it.
What would you prefer in this sort of game here?
Just by Mage Slayer. Yeah. I mean, cause like this game, until you have a blink, your Orchid is pretty useless. Like, it's really hard for you to like get on. Like you basically need your Clockwork every fight, and then you to be close enough. And on top of that, they also have Venge swap. So like
LSA, Laguna Blade. Speaking of Venge swap, aggressive swap used to kill Logical. A disaster for the Lina. Rudy has been stunned and silenced, but he's still alive. He's stunned by the Clockwork to bring him down, but it's still going to be, oh, the RP, never mind, a good turnaround. But is there enough damage? A Chronosphere on 2, and a teammate of his own for good measure. Phoenix dead, Beastmaster dead, Venge dead, Royal Star actually somewhat collapsing right now. They've already lost 3. Gek will barely get away. Somehow, I guess all the stuns are on cooldown.
Do you kind of see what I mean though? Like he orchided the timber and it like did like basically like it just accomplished like nothing. I also think that Rudy turned around to chain when he could have like I think he actually maybe could have lived. I'm not sure to be honest. I'm not sure, but I think he could have lived. Would have been extremely close though. Yeah, I just don't really love this item pickup on him, but not the biggest deal.
Yeah,
it also means he doesn't have a Mage Slayer
well.
for Timbersaw's damage, so
yeah,
no one else on their team is gonna buy one. Yeah, like no one else on Dire is gonna go buy a Mage Slayer. So like, if he doesn't have one, they have no way of mitigating Timbersaw's damage until BKB, which I think that sounds pretty bad to me. Rudy had a blink queued up, but he doesn't anymore. I kind of wish he wouldn't blink this game. I feel like if he can blink to make chaos and find vision on backline, it'd be pretty good. But overall, I don't think it's like the biggest deal in the world. Yep.
I agree.
Royal Star or the Empyrean team, although they don't actually have Empyrean, but the logical Empyrean team, has a nice little gold lead. But I do think that they need to try to push it a little farther.
You know the wild part? So Empyrean have a massive gold lead.
Oh, Journey's not even going back for ag. To be honest, I feel I feel like this Beastmaster build is making me unhappy.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I really don't like this. No offense.
I will say the funny part about this Empyrean team name. So they had Empyrean on their roster last Lads Plus. They dropped the Empyrean, kept the Empyrean name though.
That is pretty funny. And my only concern is that I feel like Beastmaster could become like I feel like they could have like an insane like tri-core lineup, and I think that this build is much more team oriented and not quite as like you're not gonna be like like the Axe God King that you could be if you chose to build that way.
Well, no Ags God King, but he does have
Radiant
this
needs
Ancient Thunder
to. One of Radiant support should be soaking the bottom EXP and gold on the tower. Like, Dire's out farming them a lot, but I don't really actually think that like, I don't. I feel like Coddle could just sit bottom and like take all of these waves and like already have a 4 staff. Yeah.
missed opportunity, perhaps, or perhaps not. Walk up, yell from Journey. And Frisbee is so paralyzed by being yelled at that he's simply dead at the hands of 4 different Radiant heroes, and that T1 tower will fall as well. That's not a good square. More
No,
Pentagon.
it's not an optimal situation. Mm.
We're at the point now where Royal Star, they're claiming their gold back. Yule's on Phoenix, he's got the dive, he'll dive away. Rudy tried to pursue. Instead he'll get Gleipnired by Logical. Chronosphere on 3! It's crashing on 4! It's fantastic from the Nadior Vasal's Void. Logical's already dead. RP on Rudy. Rudy will end up being the trade. Is that 1-for-1 Timber for
I
Lina
think Dog's
trade?
build is super greedy, by the way. I think this is like way and like this is like so unnecessarily greedy. I feel like even though maybe it feels bad to buy BKB against Faceless Void, Venge, and Beast, like you kind of have to buy it against Timbersaws. Like you don't really like have an option. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if like the Timbersaw's just gonna destroy you every fight otherwise.
What about Mage Slayer for Lina? Would that
I
solve the
don't think
problem?
I don't think Lina should buy it. I mean, I really don't think Lina should have bought Dragonlance. I think Lina should have bought bots and just farm more. But it's whatever.
Well, good news. Somebody's buying a 4-staff. Problem, it's not a Radiant hero, it's Lina. Wait, Coddle's also buying one. We're good. We're getting there. We're getting to our 4-staff number.
We getting there, Badger? Alright.
Be a lot more 4-staff still, but we'll get there eventually. Ooh, smoke on to Magnus and Clockwork. In this western end of the Dire Jungle are smoked up. They're accompanying Frisbee. Clockwork Rocket has scouted. Roshan's low, but not quite dead yet. Meanwhile, they're fighting with Rudy. Rudy will Yules himself back to Roshan. Hookshot in by the Silly Snail. Roshan dies. Maddie still grabs the Aegis. Great attempt by Clockwork. It did not succeed. Rudy ends up walking away from his aggressors as eventually Clockwork gets right-clicked down by Maddie.
Yeah, I think Dire contesting this at all was just extremely like they don't have egg, they don't have RP, they don't have DK form. Dire should have just pushed all the like I think that was just not ever like Radiant might not have had Chrono, but Dire didn't have like all of their spells. You know what I mean, Badger? Like I think it was a little bit. It was a little suspect. You know, just not the great, not the not the boys' best moves. I guess is how you can put it.
I mean, had he have like grabbed the Aegis and Clockwork, it would have been a huge morale victory. But yeah, it's a hard.
I mean, even then,
fight.
it's so hard against Venge as well. Venge didn't do it, but like you could just swap the clock the moment that he like goes on your team.
This mid T2 is. Why am I saying mid T2? This top lane T2 is probably dead, by the way. It's being right-clicked down by a lot of units.
Yeah, the game has kind of fallen apart a bit for Dire. I don't think once Dog has this Hurricane Pike, he's actually that strong at fighting them. I mean, I just don't think he should be buying this. I think this is like really useless. No offense, I love Dog, but I just think it's really useless.
Well, this fight time, Rudy runs forward, no fear in his heart. Maddie Chronos. It's Magnus on the very outside of the Chrono. Radiant focus left near onto hookshot and RP used by enough with his last breath. Supernova has been used. Maddie time lock sword to bring down Supernova. It's already 3 Dire heroes dead. Frisbee is trying to do whatever he can, but all he can do is simply join his teammates in the grave. Swap in aggressively with patience, finds Logical, and that'll be a full 5-man wipe. A triple kill for Rudy.
I just don't. I think that like I feel like the core items on Dire are not accomplishing a lot. No offense.
I like Dire as well. I might be a Rudy bias, but I do like Dire. But I'm just not a big fan of some of these items. I don't feel like they're giving them that much value.
And speaking of items, Radiant at long last will have more of them. They have a net worth lead for the first time, literally all game. Even pre-Horn with the first blood, Dire had a net worth lead, so for Royal Star, they're feeling pretty good. They're feeling pretty rich right now.
How would you be feeling in this game, Badger, if you were on Royal Star?
Pretty
Let's say that you were
confident.
playing. Let's say you were playing your mid tide though.
I'd be feeling strong. I mean, I won 2 straight team fights, 3 straight team fights. I'm feeling pretty confident right now.
Good answer, Badger.
I just be walking up slowly, casting my spells. Much how Rudy is, but the difference between me and him is he does it a lot faster than I do. Because he has Timber Chain.
That's fair, Badger. That's fair. You can have a blink dagger and a shard though. It's like basically the same thing.
That's less you moving fast and making them move slow, though, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm forced to move slow, you're forced to move slow too. Enjoy your game being ruined. Bot T1 went down, by the way. Royal Star grabbed that one. And again, they're looking to control this bottom area of the map. Only problem is the waves are being cut.
Oh, well, they should really cut this bottom wave over here. I don't see any reason why they. Yeah,
They were. I really thought they were.
Yeah, I thought so too, Badger. Badger, they bamboozled us. Okay, that wasn't our fault.
Like cutting that bottom wave like that is a huge. Like, that's a logical though to play. I've seen him do that 1,000 times. I'm surprised he didn't do it. Maybe he expected Royal Star to be there and not the Tormentor instead.
Yeah, I feel like Dire might be just like Dire might just be at the point where they're like collapsing a bit, which happens to the best of us, right? You know, sometimes the game's hard and you just you lose sight of your options.
I guess the good part is even if they lose,
The silly snail is now cutting the wave after that. Honestly, Radiant should have just tried to poke their high ground. I think that I think the smoke by them is pretty silly. Just not needed. They definitely could have they could have forced people to like show at home, you know. I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to do it into mag, but still, I feel like at least while Void had Chrono, you could do it pretty safely. Like they're not gonna kill Void on respawn, right? He has BKB. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Good blink away by Frisbee. Journey the right idea. It's the wrong location on his scouting. How do you have caught him though? That would have been a huge catch on that deep cancel. As I was saying though, even if Empyrean lose game number 1, they still will have another game to play with. This is a BO3, so
True.
they will not be eliminated with 1 loss.
I think that they should just ban Timbersaw. By the way, like even regardless of the mag Timbersaw, like.
Speaking of Timbersaw, they've caught him in the Radiant side jungle. RP on 1, Vessel on top. They need to kill Rudy Sealstar. It is a must-kill hero. He'll attempt. The entire Dire team is in the Chrono. 4 heroes are inside. MPL is dead. Shot from Timber Chain forward. Hookshot was used by Clockwork, but to what effect? Laguna Blade does nothing. Frisbee to fall. Rudy's taking all the damage. He'll finally die. But at this point, it's time to clean things up. Logical's been stunned by Patience. Down goes Lena. That's a 3-for-1 on the back of a fantastic 4-man Chronosphere from the Captain Madior.
Woo, go team.
Oh, man. We saw it there, though. You said ban Timbersaw. They used everything on Timbersaw. They barely killed him, and they still lost the fight heavily. So I agree.
Yeah.
Just ban it.
I mean, yeah, it's still like people. It's still a lot. I watched a lot of the Chinese games, and people still very highly prioritized it, and I feel like the hero is still rather strong. Yeah, these are my thoughts on the matter.
I agree.
And
I don't think the Dyers had. I don't think Dyer did a very good job of answering it through some combination of picks and items and gameplay. Like I just feel like I feel like they've been getting ran over by the Timbersaw all game, and the Timbersaw was first pick, right? Like if you can't deal with it like on like first pick, like.
Oh, I love this gank tag from Patience. Sure, he's dead, but that was a 5-man smoke intended to find an important target. They found Avenge.
Yeah, Avenge almost has.
Wait,
Venge almost has Ags, by the way.
hold
Oh, dude,
that
Radiant
thought.
should...
They've caught Meteor, maybe. Blink's up in 6. They're gonna run at the Void. He has Chrono on cooldown for 40. Bungled initiation there from Empyrean.
Radiant should really take their Tormentor. They could get Face's Void Shard, they could get Timbersaw Shard, they could get Ven Shard. Like all 3 of their remaining shards are super good. They should 100% go to their shard as soon as possible, bro.
I agree. Especially if you're Venge, you know, you have no money, but you are about to buy an Aghanim Scepter. Having that extra stun target is really cool.
I think you're really cool,
Wait a
Badger.
minute. Speaking of really cool, look what Patience banged.
The
Radiant
Nice.
Tormentor. I'm not sure if these 3... Yeah, I'm sure they can kill it. Just the 3 of them.
Yeah, they got this for sure.
There we go. There, that's a big shard. That's a good 1 and 2 for Patience. Patience is very happy with that one.
Patience should go, like, honestly hit some jungle creeps and like farm, like he should go really finish his Ags before their team does anything.
I agree.
Venge with Shard level 15 and with like Aghanims is pretty insane. Like you're just gonna... Oh, he took Nether Swap enemy damage. I hate that, bro. Ugh. I don't know.
I agree with you. I disagree with Patience. I like the cast range a lot on Magic Missile.
And it's just like, well, it's like this game, I feel like you probably almost always, unless you're swapping mag mid combo, are gonna be swapping your teammates like out of things, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just look at the enemy heroes, right? Like you almost certainly want to be swapping almost certainly want to be swapping your heroes out most of the time.
Okay, in Patience's defense, he actually has been aggressively swapping the Lina a lot. Maybe that's the idea of like, hey, I'll swap the Lina.
Yeah, but like, you have to, like, as Venge, you should be like keeping in your mind, like, hey, like, how do we lose a team fight? Like, the most realistic way to lose a team fight is that your Face's Void gets swapped before Chrono, or sorry, gets gone on before Chrono, or your Beastmaster gets, like, you know what I mean, Badger? Like, you have 2 heroes who will like kind of solo when you like fights a lot of the time with their team fight spell. So like, your number 1 goal should be to like not let those heroes die with your swap. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Yeah.
You know what? I agree with your thoughts.
I agree with your thoughts, Badger.
Thank you. We are going to see a little bit of high ground attempted by the side of Royal Star. They do not have Aegis. Shockwave Skewer. DK stun on Void. Void is bursting 100-0. And he's got a little bit too cocky, a little bit too bold. Hookshot forward is blocked by that Ancient Thunderhide. Dire claim the Ancient Thunderhide bounty. They want more heroes. Yule's on Rudy. Rudy can sell through if he wants to. Turn on Phoenix anyways. Roar on Dragon Knight. Phoenix back into the game. LSA stun. Buys a little bit of time for Frisbee and Menta. The RP! It's beautiful! The cogs zone away as well. Journey dead. Get dead. Dire fighting triumphantly. Silly stand to fall. By this point, they're running at Rudy. Patience slops away. He'll stun on 2, buying time for Rudy to escape. It'll cost the Venge his life. What an absolute massive team fight win for the side of Empyrean. It was almost a full 5-man wipe. Regardless of the outcome, still a massive win there.
Yeah, I will say I think that my I think Dire played that well, but also I think Radiant just should have never been there. Like Radiant should have just been waiting for the next Aegis, and like also letting Venge farm Ags. So yeah, kind of my thoughts.
That's usually the brand of Dota 2 that you see. It's that second Aegis that you go high ground with, and they just like, you know what, we don't need it. Rudy's trying to fight here. He's alone, kind of. Magnus on the way. Has Chrono. Use it only on the Magnus. Magnus certainly will die. Supernova's on the floor. Rudy certainly can't kill it. He's playing a Timbersaw. Magnus buys back. Supernova stuns both the Void and the Timbersaw. Timber's being focused. He's silent, so he heals himself. Meteor Biggies running forward. Logical man fights. Meteor finds a bash. 2 bash. Took shot in by Silly Snail. MPL goes down, but Logical's kept alive. Telmok away to Meteor. Now he runs back in once again inside the clockwork. It's man fighting, and he's going to lose that man fight eventually. But he's buying time for the main heroes to escape. Providence Gex still hunting. He goes towards Frisbee. Frisbee's TP will not be canceled. Meanwhile, Meteor gets a triple kill by bringing down the clockwork. So at this point, Empyrean tried for a Roshan take, had nowhere near the damage required. And Royal Star will get what they should have gotten in the first place, that second Roshan of the game.
I'm petting my cat.
Thank you, Jim.
No problem.
You know, we're at the point now where this game should be, I'm not gonna say easy, but a lot more comfortable with that sort of safety aegis on Maddie. Unrelated. I would find it funny. People often talk about like the DPC players, the pro players, like, oh, they're so serious, they're always about Dota this, Dota that. I have you on, it's like, yeah, I'm petting my cat. Like, the mental image people have is incorrect in that sense. Wait, top lane. Logical's hunting. He's got spells. He's got the Gleipnir. He'll look to right-click first, then LSA, then Laguna. Journey is dropping. Hurricane Pike and Gleipnir were both used. Logical will TP, and it will be successful. A huge solo kill by Logical. Escapes from the jaws of death with a free solo kill.
Yes, pet cat.
I'm happy I went on that little tangents.
Yep. You did great, Badger. Keep it up.
Seems like the side of Empyrean still want to fight. RP is available. Gek has been spotted. Harpoon, but the skewer misses. Frisbee stuns. Hookshot in by the Stilly Snail. Cogs are still available, held for now. Swap defensively is used by Patience to get Gek away from the fight. Patience certainly will lose his life, but he has that Aghanim Scepter ready to fight once he dies. Chronosphere again on 3! Supernova down! Maddie was being right-clicked. The RP dodge! The RP dodge by Maddie! It's beautiful! The Manta, he's still dead, by the way. Patience swaps Logical in. Logical's been stunned. He'll try to fight the Gleipnir. Silence on Timbersaw. Logical to fall. The beautiful dodge by Mattior. TP's away. Enough gets away. Frisbee's BKB will end quite soon. He's trying to escape, but he's being run on down. There is no way out. He'll try to Manta. It will not save his life. That'll be a dead Dragon Knight. What a beautiful play!
I really wonder how much this BKB offered Dragon Knight. I wonder if it would have... I don't really think it would have changed the game so much if he got an Ags, but I do wonder how much it really offered him there. I'm just thinking about that to myself, you know, like... Yeah. What are your thoughts, Badger?
Manta dodge. I like Manta dodges a lot.
No, not Manta. No, Badger.
I know,
no.
I know.
Dragon Knight BKB, good or bad? That's what I'm asking you, Badger. Focus up. This is a serious cast. This is a serious fucking cast, bro. Like, you're fucking trolling me? Excuse my language.
It's DK Manta. Sorry, it's DK BKB. He can never be wrong, but he probably could have a different build up to the BKB. Is my thoughts.
I don't know. I just feel like yeah. I mean, I don't really feel like this. I don't know. They're just things have fallen apart for Dire Badger. I think that they need. If I'm Dire, I don't know, man. Just go next and reassess.
Rats are dying, so...
You know what I mean, Badger?
Like,
sometimes
I agree.
You just gotta get out of the game, bro.
Yeah, maybe they'll take one more fight, go all in, see what happens. They'll be down 2 melee racks, 1 top, 1 mid. Meanwhile, Blink Roar in on Phoenix. Phoenix will die, and he does not have a buyback on Phoenix. So the all-in fight's now a little bit harder. Mattior is looking to bash the Silly Snail. He'll still force staff himself away, but building status is not good. Blink, oh, but a good escape. Enough, just couldn't find the right target with that skewer back play, and now he'll have the RP for the next Blink in, but he'll have no BKB. He's blown his kit a little bit too early, perhaps. I don't know, it's looking difficult.
I really have to take a piss, but Dire's not calling GG. This is fucked up.
It's okay, 2 minutes. Blink, Hex by Rudy, he's stunned by Frisbee. Harpoon on the Timbersaw, Mattior gets Orchided, he'll mant it off a Chronosphere Dragon Knight. It's only DK, he'll get RP outside of his own Chronosphere, and right-click down by Logical. Big kill to find on Mattior. Logical TP's forward, looking for a new angle. He's invis, looking for a Gleipnir. He's holding it.
Oh.
He'll now use it on 2. Coddle has been caught. Coddle will get right-click down. Rudy will chain in TP. Will it work? No, he's used by an enemy. Patience on the bench goes down. Rudy's been silenced. Hex from Timbersaw delays the DK hitting him. Problem is, hookshot in by Clockwork. Lena's on the way. Stun on Rudy, and Rudy eventually will get right-click down. They're stunning him infinitely. He's taking minimal damage, but again, there's no teammate to back him up. An ultra kill for Logical, and a big defensive teamfight win for the side of Empyrean.
Yeah, I think Dire, I think Dog should honestly get a rapier. after his data list. That was a really nice play by Dyer. I just don't know if things are actually getting
Wait a
easier
minute,
for them or
Journey
not,
and
though.
Logical are in a 1v1. I think Logical's gonna lose this one, actually. He's being lifelink down by the units. He barely lives. He solo kills Journey once again. It's a huge outplay by Logical Dotes.
I think that you're the one outplaying the whole lobby, Badger. I'll say it.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
Oh, they don't have fort. Oh no, they already used it. I see. I think they'll get 1 Rax for this, and that's it. I don't think that they can take anything else.
It's going to be, again, the good part is they got the lane in lane where the one lane where Royal Star didn't grab barracks. So they're playing with equilibrium at least in one lane. Should make bottom Roshan a lot more palatable potentially.
True. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, Timbersaw is going a, what do you call it, a Wind Waker. Love this choice, great choice. Nothing really crazy going on item-wise, I feel. Like, no one on Dyer's is, has a Rapier queued up, which I wish I did, that would have been really based. But that is life. Are there any really big level 25 talents on the way?
He's not that far on Rudy. He's already got it on Logical. Not that far on the
Yeah,
Magnus either.
I don't know if either. Well, actually, the Timbersaw one is pretty good because he has a Hex. Faces Void is really far away, but his level 25 talents would be massive, to be honest. Little surprised that the Faces Void isn't buying a Butterfly or a Refresher. Actually, right now he doesn't have mana for Refresher, but Cat 1, what is going
Maybe he
on
could
with
go
you today?
Scotty into Refresher. You know,
Patrick,
like a
Cat 1 was so
relatively-
well behaved yesterday, and like then now today
I was
she's
there.
just
I was there.
she's acting up, bro. Bro, I literally like, what is going on with you today, man? You think we should try to have a therapy session on stream for my cat?
We can do it during the break, perhaps.
Okay. I was just trying to help you have content, Patrick. Sorry.
Right now, the content is this tension before the third Roshan of the game. Logical is just hunting on rounds. The entirety of Empyrean are hunting. They see Rudy blinks in. He X's Mag. That's going to cost him his life more than likely. He's RP'd, he's silenced, and he's brought down. He does have buyback, importantly. But meanwhile, on the east side, Royal Star have gone through the Twin Gates. But they don't want to be here any longer. Perhaps they're going to find a new angle in this fight. They're playing right by the Twin
They
Gates.
might just. I think that like staying here and I think this is kind of a neat play. Yeah. Also, their Coddle has the shard, so he's bringing the Beastmaster. Or are they gonna smoke and wrap behind them? Or what? Oh, Roshan is about to respawn. It's a super early respawn.
Oh wow, that's
Oh, but
so early.
they don't know that they don't have the boar in there. They don't have the boar in there.
Wait,
Guys, Roshan is
Journey's
up.
going. Journey's walking
Roshan
into
is
it. He's
up.
scouting. He's scouting. He's scouting. He is scouting. He is scouting. He is scouted.
Yeah, to be honest, right now Dyer's just kind of just in the middle of no man's land. Like they're just, they're just like waiting, I guess, for someone to show them bot wave. But
All right, the Clockwork will scout Roshan through the Twin Gate. Goes Clockwork. Speaking of Clockwork, Roshan's half HP and dropping rapidly. Frisbee goes in on Gex, swapped away by Patience. Harpoon forward by enough. Enough gets roared by Journey. Mag's half HP is forced snapped away. Rudy's hunting. Looking to bring in Mag. Chronosphere on 2. Mag and Clockwork on the inside. Mag to fall. He's got a buyback. Clockwork dead. He too has buyback. But at this point, with the 2 dead, Roshan will be free.
even if Mag bought back, he doesn't have RP, right? Like he can't do anything.
True.
Honestly, I feel like the Mag's been putting a lot of work this game, so kind of an unfortunate death for him to have there.
Yeah.
Faces Void takes Refresher. Timbersaw gets Aegis. Okay.
So they actually do not have a wave to go high ground. Logical TP top lane to bring the top wave out. Mid wave is brought out pretty well as well. So even if Royal want to force it, it's gonna be hard.
Well, I do think they have the damage actually to go through backdoor. I'm not saying they should, but I think they actually no, they probably should hit it to try to force Magnus to buyback. They definitely have the damage to go through backdoor. They have Venjora. They have Beast Drums. Yeah, I think they can do it.
There will be a wave coming in middle relatively soon. That'll be the wave that'll matter. Because at this point, that's the one wave that has not been cut. DK Illusion is trying to go on it. They need to keep this creep alive. Why? What are Radiant doing? The creeps! It's a
Bro,
huge opportunity.
Oh, Timbersaw TV back to. He was really close to catching dog, but just a little too late.
So at this point, again, this push has taken so long that Mag will be alive with his whole arsenal ready to be unleashed. Frisbee's illusions again are going forward.
Yeah, this is when DK, no matter what he was doing earlier in the game or
Blink
what happened,
in
like
by Frisbee, blink in by Rudy as well. Frisbee begins to walk away. His ulti is on cooldown. He'll BKB enough. Looks for the angle. Could not find it. Finishes the BKB, but he's roared by Journey. Journey is hitting. Madior looks for the angle right now. Hookshot in. Madior is still being patient. Journey's BKB will end pretty soon. Enough's BKB has ended, and if he dies, he will have buyback. Blink in Hex by Rudy. Supernova on the floor. LSA from Logical, but a good swap away by Patience. Mag buys back. Patience will lose both. Correction, one of his life, now both of his lives. Skewer on Rudy. Rudy is silenced. Venge buys back. The Chrono again! It's on
my
four!
God, it's 4 mana.
Into another Chrono eventually. No, he lacks the mana. RP, let's get the Max on Rudy! It's crazy right now. Madior's dropping. Everybody's dropping. Phoenix dives away. Journey is low. Madior's being right-clicked down into the floor. But he swapped. Leave the barrier from Patience. Hookshot in by Clockwork, but could not find the Void. Blink in by Frisbee. Stunning. Gex Keeper the Light. He's orchided as well. Void's still so incredibly low. Frisbee's running forward, and he'll end up bringing down the Faceless Void. Rudy on Timbersaw, meanwhile, died logical at the foot of the Dire Side Fountain. Patience's illusion is still Christian. The real Patience is back from a buyback, ends up dying anyways. And he'll lose his second illusion of the fight eventually. As that happens, the remainder of Empyrean are running at Journey's Beastmaster. He's trying to be saved by Gex Will-O-Wisp, but still shot in by Clockwork, finding the Keeper of the Light. Beastmaster's half HP trying to man fight right now, but it's not going to work. Journey is dead and he's got no buyback. They're running at Gek. Gek is slowed. His Gleipnir Void is forced to back into the fight. Madior is trying to save things right now, looking for Logical. The RP! In the middle of the RP animation! The Chronosphere is very low! Lena ends up going down. Madior's running. Enough is hunting.
dude, Dire
Madior
still
managed to
doesn't
save
have
the
any
game.
wave. Dire's this entire time, Dire hasn't had any wave. Like, I think they might have just been able to end had they like pushed a wave in. There were oh god. I wonder if they can still go for it or not. Oh, and their base is getting absolutely fisted.
Yeah, but I mean, both tier 4s.
Dude, Dire's intense focus on this Coddle kill. I think they could have actually just won the game if they took their wave in like right away.
They
You know
have
what I
two
mean?
creeps. They have two creeps, Jim. And Radiance, okay, they do have a Glyph. The Glyph can kill the two creeps. Or actually, Gek can kill the two creeps.
Patience also dragged the next wave farther away. I honestly think that Dire could have actually just won the game, by the way, if they didn't chase the Coddle.
We're still
I'm
going.
like 90.
There's no
I'm like-
Chronospheres.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
wouldn't
anything.
go. You know, I wouldn't go so far as to say 99%, but I'd be like 90% confident that the game would just be over right now.
Right, both tier
Well,
4s
it
are
might still
dead.
be over.
It's a 3v4. RP on Void, who tried to go and he swapped away by Patience. Again, another great save from Patience. It'll cost him his main life. The illusion will end up dying as well. He's got no buyback. Thorn is under
Oh, it's
attack.
just
Thorn
over
is dying
anyways.
so fast, though. Madior's trying to fight him. He's got nothing. No Chrono. Disconnection by Patience. He's even tipped by Logical. And that'll be a good game. Game 1. From the brink of defeat comes victory in favor of Empyrean.
Bro, honestly, that was a pretty big toss by Radiant. If I'm Radiant though, I think I just get rid of the Magnus because I don't want to go high ground again into that. Damn.
Oh,
I do think that was mostly on them for tossing when they didn't just set up for Roshan.
So that's your advice. Empyrean ban Timbersaw, Royal Star ban Magnus, problem solved.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a new game. I'm sure both teams will adapt and adjust. If I had to guess, if I had to guess, Dire's not letting Timbersaw through, and Radiant's not letting Magnus through. But who knows? We'll see what we'll see. They might just repeat it. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know better. It hasn't occurred yet, you know?
All right, I'm going to cut us to a break. Join the lobby when you can, by the way, Jim. But do you have any final words for the break, Jim?
Um, I hope everyone's having a fun time watching the cast.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. My name is Badger. I'm joined by DPC player Jim, aka Strawberry Shark, and we'll see you again for game number 2 of Empyrean versus Royal Star in League of Lads Plus Season 2 Finals very soon. Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for game number 2 with Legal Odds Plus Season 2 Grand Finals. $500 in the line with some of the finest in North American amateur and semi-professional action. Minus Badger once again joined by former DPC player Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim. How you doing, buddy?
I'm chilling. I'm big Badger fan, so I got that going for me.
And
Pretty hyped.
appreciate that one. But much like game number 1, same two teams on the floor. Royal Star lost game number 1 despite being in a position that both of us thought were winning. They made multiple
I mean,
different
they were definitely
throws.
in a winning position, to be clear.
Oh, there's no doubt about
They-
it, but
Yeah,
they were winning, and then they weren't, and then they lost.
Zora.
And Empyrean, who we were saying on multiple occasions, maybe just go game 2. You can come back to you have a game to play with. Not only do they not just have a game to play with, they're now a game
I'm
away.
pretty surprised that Radiant didn't ban the Magnus and like I'm surprised that either side wants to play into that same the same. You know what I mean? I'm pretty surprised at how game has started.
You know, I'll specifically make the argument. So you look at these Radiant bans, right? You have to ban Tiny into End Planer, aka Hang, aka Steroid Abuser. You don't want to play into Frisbee Omni Knights. Shen's kind of a broken hero. Doom's kind of a broken hero. And then the flip side, you look at Enigma, again, broken hero. Rudy plays it well. Journey plays it. Windrunner, broken hero. A lot of players play it on the team. And Rubik can just be annoying into a hero like Mag. And it's, again, a lot of players in Radiant play it. So I see why.
I'm
bans are the way
really
they are.
surprised they didn't pick the Timbersaw again. Actually, I thought like I don't know. It's just I'm a little surprised. I'm feeling like maybe Radiant's lost some confidence, bro. That are moving off the Timbersaw, man. I thought the Timbersaw was owning.
Yeah, again, Timbersaw was probably the strongest performing hero throughout like 70% of that game, but I don't know. Especially
I love you so much,
see,
Cat1.
You see the Magnus as well. I don't know. I like the pick. You like the pick. They clearly at one point liked the pick, but they've swapped it to Venge. Which again, good hero. Patience played it well. I guess they're securing their selection, but are Empyrean about to not ban Timbersaw actually? They have one more ban left. They probably should ban it.
I think they should definitely ban it, bro. Like I mean maybe they have some whole new picks ready for it. I don't know.
And they've stuck to their bans. They're targeting Gek with the bans.
To be honest, I mean they did win last game technically, so like I guess that's not the craziest thing ever. I don't know the batch. I'm pretty surprised. Pretty surprised.
Speaking of surprise, it's the exact same pick we saw last game. It's Keeper of the Light once again returning into the fray. So exact same support duo for Royal Star, if that's what they end up doing. This is still a flex coddle, but it's only a flex between 2 roles this time and not 3 roles.
True.
So, are they just really mentally broken about this Timbersaw idea? Because I feel like it's still a good Timber game. What if
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to early pick his hero again on Rudy, and maybe Journey doesn't like playing it that much. I just don't know. Dude, I feel like they're begging to get Timbersaw. Like,
this is so brazen. Like it's almost as if they know they're not going to pick Timbersaw. Because it's Magnus Mars.
well, also some hero like Lifestealer could be good actually for carry. Not sure what Mattior's carry hero pool is, but I feel like he could probably play Lifestealer, right?
I'm sure.
Or something like Ursa going Ags could be pretty neat this game too.
Literally every carry in Dota can play Lifestealer. It's good.
What if I said I couldn't?
You know you're not a carry player.
I probably could play it. Don't bully me,
I'm
Badger.
sure you can, but I mean, of all your roles, carry's probably your worst, right? Because I mean, you literally played pro supports. You've played mid in leagues like this. You played offlane in leagues like this. You're not really that much of a carry player.
No, I think my carry is probably better than my mid.
What can you do?
I mean, I just have a lot. I have a lot of games on a lot of carry heroes, Badger. You forget that I used to be a carry player, bro.
10 seconds remaining.
You
Okay,
know that my like most played heroes are like Morphling and Weaver, bro. And I mean, to be fair, a lot of the Weaver games are support and like offlane and like weird Weaver picks. But I'm pretty sure my most played hero still is Morphling. Let me actually go look at my stats page. I'm really curious now myself, Badger. Actually.
I guess we have sparked curiosity today. We
Okay, so
also
my top five actually has so my top five has some good variety. I got Morphling as number one, very closely followed by Weaver. Then pretty far past that is Ench, Spirit Breaker, and Hoodwink. Then we have PL, then Wyvern, then Spectre, then Snapfire, then Wraith King, then Nyx. Dude, I used to play so much Nyx, I actually forgot about that.
that's one of these things you say. You know what? I play all.
Yeah. What can I say, bro? I like playing different heroes. It's fun.
We do have an IO, by the way. I know Logical values this hero pretty highly. He's picking it a good bit in lads' houses. He's picked it before in lads' leagues. He thinks the hero is pretty good. I'm not actually entirely sure.
IO currently has a crazy win rate, but I don't really know if it actually is OP. I definitely think it's good. There's no, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Radiant team pick.
It seems like Royal Star will
I
grab
do feel
the
IO is
DK.
a pretty high scale cap hero though. Or also like, I think like the floor to like use IO is actually like pretty high. Um, is your
10
draft like
seconds remaining.
bugged for me right now?
I've got Dragon Knight on my screen. Do you have DK on your screen?
5
Yeah, I
seconds
do. It's like the dire side is like zoomed in on IO for some reason, like
Oh, it's
perpetually.
because the way it's oriented, the hero in the center has a larger model. It's taking out sort of. I'm not gonna say it's a triangle shape, but it's more like a V
Well,
shape.
no. It's like it's highlighted with like everything else being like it was definitely bugged. I don't know how to explain what was going on, but I promise you it was a bug.
I think I remember. I think I know what you're talking about, but luckily it has been fixed.
Yeah.
Railstar grabbed the gyrocopter. Empyrean respond with a Zeus. So what does that mean for the roles exactly? If this is the selections here,
5 seconds remaining.
because I'm moderately
Um.
confused. Are you moderately confused?
Not really. I think it's probably Zeus mid. Uh,
Radiant
probably like a mag support and an IO support.
team ban.
What if it's
I mean,
you?
I like this isn't what I was expecting, I would say, but like I'm not really that lost in the sauce. You know, I'm not like seeing how this can't like I'm not seeing how these heroes can't be configured together, right?
That's true. Could it perhaps be like a Yuma style mag carry or no?
5 seconds.
Oh,
remaining.
to be honest, I don't see Dog as first picking himself mag carry, but I don't know. I just I don't know. It doesn't strike me as a Dog thing, but it might be.
What
Let's
if
see,
it's a Derek
Gyrocopter.
Cassio style carry Mars with IO in his lane?
I highly doubt it, but who knows? We'll see, bro. We gotta wait and see. This draft is funky,
You just pull out that Derek Cassio Sharingan, you're ready to go.
dude. I really don't like this gyrocopter pick, by the way. What the?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they grabbed it either, but
On the
they
one
did.
hand, it does utilize chakra magic a bit and utilizes Venge base warrior, but like
It's Mars right
Mars
now.
is really good against Gyro. Like
Hmm.
Gyro clicks E, BKB in team fight, Mars click arena and cancel the autos hitting everyone. But right, like I
Hmm.
just I really don't like I'm not seeing the gyro picture at all.
You almost see it the other way around a lot of time, where
Also, like
you
there were
see.
so many good carry options. I feel like for this game, like I think Faces Void again would have been totally fine.
Hmm.
I think that Life Stealer would have been amazing.
Hmm.
I think that
10 seconds.
I feel like Matty, he's a Terrorblade player, right? Could have played TBE.
5
I'm
I mean,
sure.
actually, no. TB wouldn't have been very good. I lied. But I just he could have played Slark. I'm pretty sure Matty does play Slark. Like I'm just saying, like I really don't like this carry pick. Last time I was vibing with the Royal Star draft a lot more. This time I am not as big of a fan.
So we have a Kunkka. This is probably Kunkka mid. So again, wife in Twitch chat is saying Zeus Io safe lane. That feels like a logical lane.
Yeah, I could see that.
In the
OD.
response is
Oh, this is a Rudy
OD.
Seal Star specialty. And it's actually a really good OD game.
And OD was banned out game number 1. Like Logical was aware of Rudy's ability on this hero, but this time
This is a really
they've
good
heard.
OD game. I also think playing Io into OD is really painful. Like OD eats you the entire. Like OD literally like one shots you the entire game. If you teleport somewhere, like OD like has W for saving and like stunning you, and you see what I'm saying, Badger? Like I think that OD is. I think this is a really good OD pick and a bit of a mistake by Dyer to not take it out of the pool.
Yeah, I mean they did a game 1 as I mentioned. They just didn't bother game number 2.
I will say, I think that this right click Zeus can be incredibly 1v9. And this game, they're pretty bad at hitting it outside of like Dragon Knight Blink and or like Rudy having like. I'm. I- I feel like a lot of this game will be on Dog and and like for pretty much all of the like damage slash carrying, and the rest of his team is just like stun them effectively and position yourself well in front of Dog. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. I think this draft is pretty neat though. Yeah. I don't really usually like Zeus as a core in the 1 or 3 role, but I think with Io, I'm assuming Io's just gonna give him an insane amount of mana to farm with. Like, because I do think that Zeus having like slower EXP gains and lack of bottle is pretty awful for core Io, but or sorry for core Zeus. But when you have an Io who presumably is gonna go like Soul Ring and Arcane Boots, if not Soul Ring, like or maybe both of them, like that sounds pretty good to me, Badger. You know what I mean? Like
Agreed.
that sounds like a lot of mana for Zeus to farm to his like right click. I mean he's definitely going the right click build, right? There's no way it's not this game.
Yeah, probably like phylactery into full right click, as you see a lot of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
core
yeah,
Zeus's do, like phylactery shard into full right click.
yeah. I'm just gonna assume he's going that build. If he's not, then I'll be very surprised.
He'll do it. We already know
Yeah.
he'll do it. Speaking of, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 Legal Ads Plus Season 2 Grand Finals. $500 in the line. Empyrean are 1 game away from glory. Royal Star 1 game away from elimination. For Royal Star looking to bring it to a winner-take-all game number 3. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Jim, aka Rook, aka Strawberry Shark. And we already see the side of Royal Star running into this dire jungle. Look where they are right now. They're boldly postured. They sort of pincered through and broke up this dire side main body, but it seems like Empyrean will be able to dodge nice and easily and trade 2 runes for 2 runes.
The battle begins.
In strength is victory.
The correct word would have been pierced, by the way. Just didn't come up with it in the moment. Either way, I mean, you prefer this. Do you prefer this dire draft or this radiant draft? I should have probably asked that earlier, but
1 second. We'll repeat that.
do you prefer radiant draft or dire draft overall?
I prefer Dire 100% until I saw the OD. This does look like a pretty nasty OD game. Now I'd say it's more 50-50. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think this. I think that the drafts are hard for me to judge this game. I don't really know who I'd favor. Let's just say they're even. You know, to keep it simple, Badger.
Okay. You'll stay non-committal.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes non-committal is right, though.
I mean, I think in most lad games, like all the draft does is give you a small, like you know, like the draft is just not the biggest deal, even in lads plus I feel, and I think in a game especially like this one, like it's just gonna be how people play.
Mm-hmm.
I see ways that both Dire could win this game very reasonably, and Radiant could win. The one thing I actually do like about this Gyro pick though is that he is against double melee heroes, who are just gonna be tanking his E the whole lane.
Yeah. Yeah, and we we already see a little bit of control of this hard camp going on, like this D ward versus D ward action. Right now, Dire can pull the hard camp, but Gyro's one of the better carries at contesting this.
Yeah. Well, also Gyro can just push the Gyro can just always push the lane and then use it himself. Like, I don't think you actually wanted to unblock the camp as Dire. I think you just wanted to block the Radiant small camp. Like, and by I think I mean like that's what you should do.
By the way,
Definitely, to be
top
fair.
lane, first blood goes to Logical. Journey was left alone by his Coddle. Dire capitalized and with some great effort brought him down. Okay, some projectile in my game is lagging things, by the way. I checked my internet. Internet's fine. I'm dropping 0 frames in the stream. But it did lag there, so hopefully the Dota 2 decides to load on me and not cause problems.
My last game was like lagging a bit. Like my I felt like it was like just the spectating client was like not optimal or something. I don't know.
It was something definitely specific to one of these Dire heroes. I think it's something with Zeus, probably.
Could be. One thing about the Coddle pick this game is that they're not gonna have anyone to take stacks until Gyro is strong enough to clear them. And I mean, they definitely do still want to like. Okay, I don't think he's stacked on minute 150. Like, okay, I don't know about that. That's a little extreme.
Look where Frisbee is. Look where Frisbee is located.
I see.
I know you see, but I want to play it again.
I have a slight fear for I have a slight fear, by the way, for Radiant that this Kunkka is gonna go steal like one of the stacks early on.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, Rudy has no stick, so technically he has no exact idea of when this torrent comes out, but he'll end up escaping death for now. I'm surprised that Rudy doesn't have a stick because of that. Because I'm playing the OD, or not? Sorry, if I'm playing the Kunkka, you have that stick, and you don't have to like deal with the sort of mind games of when is he going to torrent, when is he not going to torrent. Speaking of torrent, mid lane, he's caught Rudy, and that will be a death on the OD. Frisbee solo killing Rudy Sealstar. Big play there from Frisbee. Meanwhile, in the side lanes, never mind, nothing in the side lanes. Never mind, something in the side lanes. Skewer back, bottom lane on Madio, but he's no longer under that tower. He's manning up on Mag. They're diving for it. Now he's speared all the way to the tower by NPL. It'll end up being a core-for-core trade, perhaps. And he's dead, but now NPL needs to be... Nah, he's fine. It's only a bench.
I'm really surprised that Madio didn't have a stick already, by the way. Like, he's against Mars Magnus.
Wait,
like,
is Mars dead, actually? Never mind. Mars is like 35 boost speed on Venge. Now he's speared back. Somehow did not latch to a tree. He'll stick up to not die that tower. Skewer forward, Shockwave barely hits at the very edge of the cast.
Bro, this bottom lane is crazy, man. This bottom lane is psychotic.
I know, it is. This one gets the verified sicko warning label on this one, this bottom lane. Mid lane, speaking of, Horrence is there on the OD after the X mark. Just for damage for now. Keyword for now. Frisbee's once again diving this tower. He has no regard for proper Dota 2. He's just diving towers right now.
I mean, you know, if there's enemy supporters can't deal with it right now, then they can't. Oh my god, dude, the Mars is mid too. Dude, this is crazy.
So he'll imprison the Mars. Frisbee lacks mana for his full combo. He can only torrents. Spear into torrents. Good coordination. Frisbee up the Tidebringer. He'll use it on the creep. NPL and Rudy both might end up going down. Stun from Patience. Buys time for Rudy to get some distance. So it's a dead M planer Mars. Tidebringer is dodged by Rudy. Good sidestep there on that one. So a very brazen dive does not end up working. Instead,
dude, the
is
Magnus
he mag
came in
rotating? What?
Okay, I don't think the Magnus should. Okay, that's too much. That went past the point of like, oh, there's some neat aggression to like. Okay, you're just like, you know, like, come on, bro.
Oh, you have 3 heroes mid? We can have 3 heroes mid too.
Yeah. The difference is that that entire time they were getting support on. They were getting they were getting like the EXP on both side lanes, while one side just had no one in the safe lane or on their off lane.
Okay, in defense, Mag was there for a lot of it, and by the time Mag arrived mid, Mars had respawned and TP'd bottom almost, so there wasn't that many
He didn't miss that many, but I was watching. He did miss something.
Mid lane, Frisbee ended up going down. Speaking of 3 man
I forgot
mid,
about this as well, by the way. Even though Coddle OD isn't like as crazy as some of the other combos, it's actually pretty good with the like double. You're just gonna have like 2 astral imprisonments. You know what I mean? Like the old Ags, basically.
Now I get to have both the old Ags and the new Ags, because Dota 2.
Well, you don't actually. Okay, to be clear, it only gives you like a 6-second difference or something. I think, right?
That's,
Let's say you
still a
go.
lot of casting your imprisonment, though.
It is, but it's not like that crazy.
One might say an obnoxious quantity of casting imprisonments. Isn't there a talents on a? Never mind, no, there's not.
No.
I thought there was a coddle talents to lower the caster cooldown further, but I may have
Oh,
removed
that.
it.
There might have been. I think there was, and it probably did get removed.
You can see why.
Okay, I really okay. They need to set up an obs on their triangle stacks to make sure this Kunkka never just like walks over and steals the hard camp. You know what I mean, Badger? Like
Mhm.
that is very doable, and it does not take that long for the Kunkka, especially if he's willing to like boat it.
I'm drawing circles, don't worry. Meanwhile, top lane, Journey has teammates on the way.
Radiant's bottom tower.
There's two supports looking for different angles on this engagement right now. Patience walks forward, then stunning the Zeus. Coddle has Illuminate. He'll end up hitting it on the Zeus. Isle gets imprisoned by Rudy. Hammer available for the OD. He'll hold it for now. We see Mars now TPing in. Now a 3v4 top lane. Radiant with the 4. Dire with the 3. Gek instead will ignore the fight, grabbing a Dire side stack. Rudy imprisons the Zeus. MPL walks forward, benched on Nautical. Hammer dropped by Rudy, but he's saved for now. Journey has become the dragon. Meanwhile, Frisbee comes in. X mark. Boat on Rudy. Zeus all the way from Module. The torrent on top. Frisbee brings down Rudy, but in comes Madior, call downing, hitting Logical, Logical's low, Logical will end up dying, so will the IO, double
Oh my
kill for
God,
Madior, triple
Madior.
kill for Madior, he lost Frisbee, give him the ultra kill, he's not gonna get the ultra kill,
I'm gonna
but
be
still,
honest.
huge
That
rotation from
looks,
Madior.
that looked so terrible for Radiant until Madior TP'd. Oh my God, that was a great TP by Madior. Great ultimate. Dude, Madior just popped off. Oh my God.
The
Madior's like got.
vintage aggressive style rotation for Madior, and Frisbee's gonna end up dying anyways. He's got him on his Radiant Observer Ward, that Observer Ward right there, and as a result, Frisbee's dead.
Radiant's bottom
Dude, by the way, Journey lived that whole time, and he went like he got like a. That helped Journey's game a lot too, to be honest. That one really well from the perspective of Journey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so paranoid after Frisbee died there, they put 2 sentry wards up just to D ward. They did connect on the ward, by the way, but that's putting fear of God in somebody. Like, we gotta D ward this. They put up a 3rd sentry ward! My,
And then
that's mental damage. That's mental
Madior
damage.
has the Crystallis now and is gonna shred these stacks. I'm pretty sure. Okay, definitely should aim for the other one first.
We'll need one more flat cannon, but again, thanks to Gek, he'll have it in 5 seconds.
Oh, patience, don't die. Patience, don't die. Don't die. Don't die.
Almost dies. A little bit dangerous, but luckily Madior knows what he's doing. He'll call down, he'll flat cannon, he'll grab a lot of creeps. He's already level 9! At minute 9!
Also, look at like Coddle's now almost level 7, bro.
Mhm.
Just from the shared stack XP. That's pretty insane.
Again, you look at support levels, it's 5 on Io, 5 on Mars, 6 on Venge, almost 7 on Coddle, so you're seeing the difference there. Who got the Wisdom Runes anyways? Is it 1-1?
I think so. I wasn't actually paying attention.
Yeah,
but...
1 to Patience, 1 to End Planner, so 1 to
Okay,
1.
Silly Snail still does not.
Swap in mid lane, buy Patience, hold that thought. Speaking of Silly Snail, he'll relocate, bringing in Zeus to fight. Boat ends up giving Frisbee no rum buff thanks to the imprisonment, but it will not end up mattering.
Yeah, I think that this Zeus needs to actually like go like get he needs to get some farm so he can have like a Soul Ring or an Arcane Boots, because I think if Io isn't feeding the Zeus mana, it's pretty like it's just like you know what I mean? Who cares? Like like it's not yeah. It kind of is just keeping the Zeus like low EXP, I guess, is how I see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think at this point in time it's not accomplishing a lot. Them being together.
We're seeing the Io head elsewhere. He's actually pairing with the Mars. They're running at Madior. Looking at Dire Vision, they now see the Gyro. Hard kill to get, but if they get it with the RP perhaps. Arena into Speeder, Blink. RP now used. Madior is focused down. He will get brought down. It cost a lot, but it was certainly worth it. Gyro dead. The kill goes to the IO.
Dire's
True.
top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, top T1 is dead, but that's Dragon Knight Dota for you.
All right, let's see if there's any crazy items on the way. Anything wacky and weird. Doesn't really seem like it. Ooh, Mars is going to Vladimir's, which I think could be good some games, but I think he should just get a Blink Dagger this game. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's not.
In his
It's whatever.
defense, his mag already has Blink, so I can say, you know what, maybe I can get that Blink later. Instead of my mag be the primary initiator for now.
I guess. I mean, to me, it's more about the fact that like, I don't think it's a great Vlad's game because like you don't actually have like a traditional carry. He's utilizing it that well, and Magnus is very far away from actually like he doesn't even have an Echo Saber, right? Like he's not. It just doesn't really seem like all that amazing to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm coping and doping though. Who knows?
It's okay, you know. I've been coping and doping as well. I had to dope up to use my caps lock button earlier to advertise this series. I'm not sure if you saw the one I put in the last Discord, but a lot of capital letters on that one.
Dire's middle tower.
So remember last game you were mentioning how DK should buy a Mage Slayer?
Yeah.
Well, this time DK is certainly buying Mage Slayer. Journey already has the Oblivion Staff, already has the Cloak, and yep, it's on the rest of it's on the career right now. So it's full
Yeah.
Mage
I
Slayer.
mean, I
coming.
don't think the DKs always need to go Mage Slayer first. I just thought the last game, the Orchid was not going to be that impactful, and I felt like I was kind of proven correct. that
Mid
it was
lane imprisonment was
not doing
used
a
by
lot.
Rudy. Oh, a good swap, but it's not good enough because he's skewered back by enough. The RP has ended up being used. She's been so uncool for earlier, but it's not going to end up mattering. It's still Patience and Rudy dead. Logical and Silly Snail want one more kill on Gek. Gek is on the run. He's got high boost speed, but he cannot outrun Thunder God's Wrath. Mario cleans things up, but he's RP'd by the mag. He's speared back, torrented up, and brought down. 4 kills for
no.
Empyrean, and they're running at Journey. Journey has been X-marked back towards these very angry Dire heroes. He's still very hard to kill by playing in literally a 1v5, but he's speared, he's skewered, eventually he'll die. Now 5 kills. Patience needs to be careful, this will be a 6th kill, X-mark, and Torrent will not connect together.
Radiant's middle
And that'll end up being a 5-for-0 trade in favor of Empyrean. So yeah, Empyrean just taking a massive lead. That was a 3,000 net worth swing right there. Open up, Jim, open up the graph. Look at this graph.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I found it. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah,
That's massive.
it's not. This is pretty bad for Dire. Or sorry, I mean for Radiant. Most importantly, it gave Dog a lot of gold. Dog is gonna have Manta Shard like on 15. You know what I mean? He didn't even go a Phylactery. He went this more greedy build, which I think here is like very much so gonna pay off. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of times you see these Zeuses buy Shard, you have to wait for Manta. It's the opposite. He's so farmer logical, it's the opposite. He's waiting for Shard. He literally couldn't buy it. It was too early in the game.
True.
Dire's middle
Rudy has been scouted. Shockwave. No skewer, but the arena certainly will lock him down. Boat is on the way. Rudy will end up dying. Patience was looking for a swap angle. Ended up realizing, you know what, he's dead no matter what I do. Saves his own life instead. So, unlike last game where Rudy was the strongest core, the strongest hero in the entire game, we're at the point in the game now where Rudy's probably the weakest scorer. Do you think there's a recovery route for him right now, or no?
Yeah, get some big kills with his ultimate. I don't know. Odie's one of those heroes where he can easily get like an ultra kill like in the next team fight if he's just like left like to cause, you know what I mean? Like Betcher, like it's just one of those heroes that can, yeah.
Keyword is can, though. The only problem is he's being hunted enough. Well, blink, the skewer. He's got an RP, but the spear from Mars should be enough. And Thunder God's Wrath will finish the job, scouting out the remainder of the reinforcements. And they're on the way. Journey can become the dragon. He does have no blink, but he does have a Mage Slayer. Problem is there's no way to close the gap right now, and perhaps again if you're playing Radiant, you need your DK to go blink next item, right? Not this Manta.
I'm not sure what he should buy, because I don't really know if like they might just want to like just try to farm for as long as possible. So I don't actually know if this like I think this is fine. I don't know. I think the both choices are valid. They're just useful for different things, you know. Because the Manta is really good at like splitting and like fucking waves, and you know what I mean, Badger. Like
absolutely.
you can really control the pace of the game with that item. Um, so that's kind of the value I see in him.
The only,
Buying
the
the
only
Manta
problem I
first.
see is I'm not sure if he has enough time to farm with the Manta. I mean, right
Well,
now.
also the thing is,
look at
I think
Empyrean.
his team is pretty weak. So like, even if he had Blink, like, can they actually win a fight off of it? I don't know. Like,
That's true.
that's
RP onto Arena. Zeron, Venge, and Gyro. They're both going to die. Call downs on the floor, but at this point, it's only to retreat and save the teammates. That's my concern. Is look at this situation. Empyrean are running it down right now. Running it down. I guess even with the blink, as you mentioned, they might not be strong enough, but look at this game states. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Oh man, it's a 9,000 net worth lead, Jim. But look at the win chance. It's already 92%. That's wild.
hype.
If you're a Royal Star fan, especially if you're a Royal Star player, it's like a roller coaster. You know, it's going up, and it's a little bit of rocking around, but now it's all downhill from here. You can't go up anymore. You've lost momentum, and it's just spiraling out of control.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're having a tough time, Badger. Okay, I do think. I think that what Radiant needs to get to is this OD BKB and this DK like Manta. I don't know. I mean, honestly, Badger, this game looks really hard for Radiant, especially because Dire does seem to. Okay, like Kunga's getting a BKB. Like I don't know. It's gonna be hard, Badger.
Badger, how did you tell me? How do they get back into this game, Badger?
So that's the problem. You're the analyst, so when you're asking me the question, that means you have no solution for their problems. They're just kind of fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
If you can't figure it out, how am I supposed to be able to figure it out? I'm a commentator. That's your also.
I mean,
technically a
they
commentator,
have
but-
the most basic solutions still available to them. Like bait the enemy in too far and hit them with a bunch of damage before they click defensive things. I guess I don't know. Like it's a tough spot.
I guess in that sense, you really need some outplays. Blink stun from dirty top lane finds the Mag. Mag has been solar bound.
Okay,
There's a
there we go. This
defensive
is good
arena
for
from
them.
MPL. Enough. When up being swapped aggressively by Patience, enough skewers away. Oh no, he gets away, and in comes Logical. Unleashes the ultimate. Dead Gek. RP on 3! Into the boat! Let's call it! That's 4 dead. Triple kill for Frisbee. What a
Oh my
triumphant
God.
teamfight win for Empyrean. That by 14,000 gold. And that was so hopeful until it just wasn't.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Rudy as well. Rudy he's working it by Logical. He'll TP away, and it will end up barely. No, it won't work! He died to the Orchid Afterburn in a fountain.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, man. Royal Star.
This is pretty tough to watch, you know.
They've collapsed. Physically,
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally, spiritually, deontologically, everything about them is dead. They're done.
True.
Man,
It's looking tough.
he's got swap on patience, but the problem is Frisbee is very tanky. He's got 3k HP. That's a tough nut to crack. Blink, Shockwave, Skewer is there on Dragon Knight. He'll call down, get a little bit of slow on Mag. Io heals him up, but a swap in will end up resulting in death on enough. That's one big kill, over 1,000 gold head. The problem is Logical is cleaning things up. He's hitting his former teammate Gek. Coddle will fall. Arena on 2. Spear on Gyro. Rudy will imprison the Zeus. But the rest of the side of the Empyrean are breaking down his Radiant Cores. Problem is Radiant Cores are still fighting. NPL is dead. Frisbee is still fighting. Logical turns from Rudy over to the remainder of the Radiant side. X mark on Madior. Madior will eventually end up being brought down. He's trying to fight the remainder of his life. Hammer dropped by Rudy. Down goes Silly Snail. Frisbee's incredibly low. Optical for Madior. Wait a minute. He's cleaning things up right now. Rudy will eventually end up cleaning things up as well. That's a full 5-man wipe. Io bought back. And suddenly, we have a Dota game again.
Hot damn.
We have a Dota game again. That's a 7,000 net worth swing. That's
And it
6
was
kills.
It was a lot of EXP as well. It was. I think it was even more EXP, Badger. It was. Badger, that you know what I mean? That was a lot.
You know, I would like to thank Empyrean for making this a game too. We were headed for a very anticlimactic end to our finals, but now they'll probably go to Roshan and get Nidus. But still, we have more Dota 2 to play now.
True.
So, you mentioned BKB. Oh, RP on Rudy. Thunder God's Wrath from infinite range brings down Rudy. Well, he's dead again. You mentioned BKB on Rudy. He's not buying one, by the way.
Okay, what's he buying?
Hurricane Pike.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Link stun from Journey, top lane, looking for MPL's Mars. Mars has no friends, relocates on cooldown for 4 seconds. Mars will arena this to buy a little bit of space, and he's dead. Okay then. That's at least a 1-for-1. Gold-wise, pretty similar. Strategically, probably a win for Empyrean, though. So, when
Yeah,
do-
I feel like I think that Radiant still needs a lot to actually like. I don't really feel like though. They might have helped their game a lot, but they're still really far from winning, is how I see it. You know what I mean, Badger? Like, they are still very far away.
They're headed to Roshan, by the way. That's, remember when Empyrean threw?
Yep.
It's a lot harder to throw when you have an Aegis. You knew that. You already knew that. I'm sure the audience knows that, but in case somebody in the audience who doesn't know that, this whole Aegis thing, great for stopping the throw.
True.
I guess that's the unfortunate part when you have an audience that skews predominantly pretty high MMR, is they kind of know how Aegis works.
Yeah, and it's a pretty powerful part of the game.
Radiant are retreating, by the way, through the dire jungle with the smoke. Rudy and Gek are smoked up. Glimmer Cape on Patience. Enough is hunting. He's got Blink and Ace. Patience looks to tussle, perhaps. He needs to be careful. Frisbee is here. He's got X mark on Madior. Madior's got no BKB. But that's a Titanic. He'll call down. He's skewered. Oh, good swap by Patience. Saves Madior for now. Hammer dropped by Rudy. Arena from NPL. Spearback hits onto Thunder God's Wrath. Brings down Rudy. Rudy is dead. Madior is dead. Again, Royal Star are collapsing. Gek on the Coddle goes down. And now Journey will blink away. He'll TP. It will not. Oh no, he's gods! By the Spear of MPL. Torrented up by Frisbee. Brought down by the entirety of Empyrean. 4 dead. The lone survivor being that Vengeful Spirit who... Actually, I'm not entirely sure how Venge survived, given he swapped away Madior from certain death. Just managed to walk away from that somehow, but it's still a 4 for 0.
Radiant's middle
Well,
Yeah, yeah, we're kind of back to before, Badger.
yeah,
Sadly.
we are back to before, sadly.
Radiant's
But...
under attack.
Okay, Royal Star's morale is definitely better right now than it was 6 minutes ago. Like before that first wipe.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're now saying, hey, let's just do it again, right? We have the tools, we have the people, we have a dream, you know? There's still just a hope. It's a lot better now than it was earlier. Right?
Yes. I think. I don't know, Badger. I'm scared. How do we turn it around, Badger?
I mean, legally, not really. We not much we can do. I'm sure illegally there are things we can do, but that would be against both rules and ethics. Rudy, he's TPing, and he ends up getting away. Mars and Kunko were both in range, but they simply did not see him. And as a result, he TPs away from certain death. Speaking of Rudy, he's now mid lane, looking for Enough's Magnus. And he say, you know what, we've had enough of Magnus. He'll skewer away, mantoning off that solar bind, and well, they'll have more mag to deal with. He has Blink RP ready to go. He's hunting for whatever he can get his little Magnus horn on. Actually, quite a big Magnus horn. That's kind of the hero, but still, he's hunting. Tidal Wave misses. And we are now at a set piece 5v5 mid lane. Logical has 2 lives. He's hitting high grounds. Enough in MPL look for angles. They both have the Blink Initiation ready to go. Madior is playing in the Vanguard. Still no BKB, but Ag Satanic in his inventory. Torrent Storm. Correction, just a single Torrent has been used by Frisbee. Torrent Storm still ready to go. Tidal Wave misses. T3 under attack. Tier 3 will be dead. Orchid on Rudy. He's forced away by himself. Logic lets the range racks. They're half HP. Blink Arena 2 from NPL. The swap will save the RP! It's even better! 3 down. Only Venge has a buyback. And his next mark on Journey. He'll manta outside of the torrents, but he's still in a lot of danger. He's skewered back towards Logical. Says, you know what, Logical? Here's a free kill. Do some magical base damage, and there it is. Double kill for Frisbee. A Yule's on Coddle, and the GG is called. Empyrean have won the League of Lads Plus Season 2 Grand Finals.
GG to them. Woo! Go team. Go series. Yep.
And that's some big money for Logical, Dotes, and teammates. Let's see if I can interview Logical real fast. Let me message him. So I can get some live dog thoughts on his triumphant Game 2 slaughter of Royal Star. But before I see waiting on a response from Logical, I mean, this Game 2, it just seemed incredibly one-sided. I mean, correction, it was incredibly one-sided. What went so wrong there for Royal Star?
What went so wrong for Royal Star? I mean, I don't know. They just seem to. I don't know. They just everything seems to be going badly. You know,
Mhm.
like they're losing everywhere, and they just look like they got ran over. Badger. It happens, bro. You know what can I say?
All right, I'm gonna go add Logical here.
Okay, God, I'm nervous and scared.
He has agreed. He's agreed to talk to the people of League of Lads. We are now joined by triumphant carrier player, captain, and drafter, and now $500 richer man, Logical Dota 2. How you feeling, buddy?
Feeling great. That's right. I'm taking all the money for myself.
That's pretty
Pace.
hype, dog. I'm really happy for you. Are you gonna buy a
Thank you.
goose?
Yeah, can buy a lot. 500.
I don't think geese cost $1, but I hope you can buy as many as you want.
You can get a goose for like $9, dude. They're pretty cheap.
I'll to buy a goose.
I've looked
Decent
into
still.
this. You can get goose, swans, ducks. They're all, if you want to get like a male chick, they're all pretty cheap.
That's great. Phenomenal news.
You know, female chick's a little more expensive, but male chick's quite cheap. But you won Dota 2. Game 2 was a slaughter. Let's talk about Game 2 first. That just seemed incredibly one-sided. I mean, the morale, Game 2, had to have been pretty good, right?
Yeah, I would say we're definitely relieved. We probably should not have won game 1, but yeah, game 2, we're very happy because we knew it was best of 3, and so that one game matters so fucking much.
And of course, I mean, Game 1, that was a game where it seemed like you guys are going to lose. Me and Jim were actually talking about, like, yeah, they should probably call it GG, save their time,
Yeah.
go next.
Yeah.
How did
Yeah.
you make that comeback? I mean, there were some crazy. I mean, you had the RP, the fountain on Madior. Like, there's some crazy stuff there. Break it down strategically. How did you make that comeback?
After we lost like a couple fights, I'll say I think the Beastmaster kind of 1v9. I like wasn't used to playing against Beastmaster, and I think like the way I normally like to play is pretty bad against Beastmaster, so we weren't ready for it. So we just took a lot of early fights, and then we like didn't like focus the Beastmaster or talk about focusing him, and so the fights went really bad because his creep and the aura just like destroyed us. And so at a certain point, I was like, yeah, this game, like Lena, I think I'm good at Lena because I understand the timings and like it's like pretty easy to get on a rhythm with the hero because I played it a shit ton. So like at a certain point, I'll just like run around and kill people. But I like really could not find my rhythm this game. So at a certain point in my head, I was like, yeah, we're probably not winning this game, but we have like good heroes for taking fights, so we might as well just like keep playing it out and like take a fight. And maybe eventually we'll take a good fight. I also like I heard a lot of people or like some of my friends talk about how Shadow Blade is like a pretty good item now because they increase the what is it like the amount of time that you're invisible, the shadow walk time. So I bought one this game and I like ran around a lot with it. I think I normally don't buy this item, but it was really easy, and I got like 2 like really clutch pickoffs on Journey. I think.
Yeah, there was the one by the Radiant Tormentor where there were
Yep.
4 Radiant heroes other than Journey there within like 12 seconds. You just barely escaped. I was like, yeah, you just escaped the jaws of death with a free Journey kill in hand. And again, in Brawl Star played well. They had huge Chronos from Matty, or he meant to dodge the RP. I
Yeah,
broke
I
my sound
remember
threshold on that
No, I
one,
mean, I think
but
most of it was like not just chilling and taking the next Aegis and then ending the like it like that one throw made
Yeah,
the game so much harder for them.
yeah. When he got steered back top at the top 2-3 and died with no edges, I was like, this game's pretty doable.
I think that their biggest mistake though was playing against Dog. How do you beat Dog, man? Anyone
Shit, I don't
else?
know.
yeah, we don't really know, and we're gonna
Hopefully,
test
no one
that.
knows.
We're gonna test that on Tuesday as well.
Uh,
Because one thing we are going to see in 2 days from now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Tuesday, is the Lads Grand Finals. Logical returns, but this time with a different supporting cast, taking on Yeah We Smoke Meth. So you'll be seeing your current teammates enough in the Grand Finals. I believe Endplaner as well. So
yep.
any trash talk in preparation of your Lads Grand Finals appearance?
I would really say trash talk. I mean, they played pretty well, I think, this series. But I will say, I mean, I just kind of wanted to play with them because I'm like we're friends. But like throughout the season, like especially for like our winners finals match, I think playing on a team with them gave me like a lot of insight that I wouldn't have had, and it like definitely like gave me information that made it easier to play against them. So that is pretty nice. However, this time I asked them like a very direct question about a hero, hoping, well, I mean, first of all, because I want to win this series, it's worth money, but also to get more info on the finals. And they answered like very like non-committally. They just said it's a possibility. They just said possibly, and so I was like, okay, I guess they know what I'm up to.
It's a step ahead. I mean, you're a step ahead. I guess they're 2 steps ahead. That if that's the case. So
Yeah, I asked them, do you guys want to play Doom first pick tomorrow? Yesterday, and they said, yeah, it's a possibility. I was like, okay, well, I guess I don't
Oh, I
know.
was pretty
What
surprised you
they-
guys didn't ban the Timber Saw, by the way. I
Uh,
wanted to ask them the reverse question about not banning the Magnets, because I felt both teams first picked a hero, and both teams dealt with it really like not very well. Like not to like flame anyone, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
like both teams like got their first pick, and neither team like both teams' first picks popped off both games, or like in game one, and neither side banned the other one. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I was pretty
yeah.
surprised by that. What are your thoughts on that whole dynamic that occurred there? Like why didn't you guys like did you guys not think that they would pick it again? Or you didn't think it was too big of a problem or what?
Yeah, we didn't think it was too big of a problem. I mean, I don't think I think most of it was gameplay related for the problems game one. Like, yeah, I don't think we mind the Timber Saw that much. Like, I don't think he like went crazy in the lane. I think, well, at least, I mean, at least from our perspective, it's pretty obvious that they put like a lot of emphasis on their mid hero. Cause like, Gek is like level 1 at minute 4, and he's just like running around going to runes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we didn't feel like he like owned the lane that hard. And I think DK Timber is like a pretty 50-50 lane in current year. So yeah, we didn't feel like it was too big of a problem. And then the second, like, I think our heroes, all of our players really like go in heroes or like strength heroes. So we're like kind of annoyed by Timbersaw the whole season, but yeah, we didn't really feel like it was that big of a problem. And also, I think I play a lot of like Maelstrom heroes, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. So yeah, I mean, that was a really long-winded way of saying we
No,
didn't feel
dog.
like it was
We
that big
thought
of
it
a
we thought
problem.
it was lovely. We appreciated it.
Okay, yeah, we didn't think it was that big of a problem. I mean, he definitely like owned, but I mean, yeah, it was mostly just he was hard
Do
to
you think
kill.
we should try to
and
like
miss their
blame the
timings.
government?
Yeah, of course. Shall governments
of
remain in
course.
house?
Thanks, bro.
So you have won. You have won this part of lads. This point is now all right. Getting ready for next part of lads. We'll see you on Tuesday. But before we see you on Tuesday, you have any final words, call out, shout, say the people of League of Lads logical?
Uh, hmm. Shout out to all the casters for Lads Plus. I mean, they're getting paid, but we still appreciate you guys casting.
I haven't gotten paid. I've casted 2
well,
series. To be clear, no one's paid me.
I see. Well,
Those are
I,
just
I,
pocket.
I
Those are
heard
just
some
pockets.
people didn't. I
No,
see.
some people are. They just abuse people like me. By the way.
Sorry, Jim.
No, I don't actually care. To be clear to the Twitch chat, this is just a meme. I don't act. This is don't Twitch chat. Don't worry about it. Okay, bad. There's no harm here. Okay.
All right, good.
I thought I should be clear because yeah.
Appreciate it though, logical. Appreciate the thanks.
Yeah.
I'll say,
Shout out to my team also.
of
That's
course,
all.
your team, good team.
True. Go team.
But yeah, thanks for coming on tonight to co-commentate. Jim, do you have any final words, call out, shout outs to say to the people of League of Legends?
No. GG's. I thought it was a good series overall. Uh, maybe a little bit of a deflated game too, but still, I thought it was overall good stuff. GG's to everyone. Hope everyone had fun playing and watching.
All right. On that note, congratulations to Empyrean minus Empyrean on their on their 2-0 victory over Royal Star, and as a result, their win of the Lads Plus Season 2. Commiserations to Royal Star, but of course, you still get some money if you're Royal Star, so it's not the end of the world. Thanks to everybody who again played in Lads Plus Season 2, commentated Lads Plus Season 2, as Logical said, who viewed the streams, of course. Many of you throughout the last couple weeks. Especially those who came on tonight. I will certainly be back Tuesday. Potentially before that. We'll see about that one, but regardless, we'll definitely see you on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. League of Legends Grand Finals, best of 5. Yeah, we smoke meth, so have the run back up against twitch.tv/smilesperhour. I'll be there with a special guest commentator, assuming he says yes. Regardless, we'll be there when we get there. Again, congrats to Empyrean on their victory. And to the viewers, if you want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, contact me over on the Discord. It's Badger Pablo on Discord. Or over on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2. Especially if you're a pro TO looking to hire somebody, or even in this case, have somebody volunteer, then maybe you accept it. But if not, then as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.